softness to the typing feel as well. I think the cheeseboard's been in IC for quite some time. This is CNC'd. Some people might not like looking at this though. I actually think it's kind of cool though. It's super neat. Super novel. Obviously this doesn't improve anything, guys. Just as a heads up. Bub, thank you so much, dude.
Cheese.
Dude, we love this is our cheesy date. How's everyone's Valentine's Day going? Looks like bubbles. Dude, that's why I kind of wish we got it in yellow, because we could see how this looks like in cheese mode, basically. But this is a prototype that's been sent around like quite a bit, actually. So there's a lot of like, actually, it's in pretty good condition for what it is. So it's not truly indicative of the final product in terms of finish, but like I don't really notice any scratches or anything. The one thing they did say was the bottom and the top piece were milled at different times. So there is a color difference in the anode. Is that the real moon tower? This is the real Swiss cheese moon tower. Whoa, cheese. I don't think there's much to truly criticize here, because this is more of a novel keyboard. This has to be the stupidest keyboard I've ever seen. I love it. It's truly novel. Like, there's not much to this that is completely different. This is completely a novel keyboard that I feel like you would get for yourself if you like the design. Hopefully this sounds and feels good too. It has what looks like a palm plate, and I believe this is gasket mounted as well. I have a whole bunch of notes that we'll be reading through this as well, but I mean, it looks fun for what it is. And it also has a mouse on the back too, which is kind of cool too. Surprisingly kind of weighty for what it is too. I don't think there's any weights in this. So we also have some foam. This is hand cut, I believe they said. And then we have our hot swap PCB. I got some Staebies we're gonna put in this thing. And we have some gaskets. Actually, I think they said the PCB color is changing, but low key, I'm always a sucker for green PCBs. Oh, okay, another interesting fact about this is because this is CNC'd. They asked if I want to share this on stream just because I think it's more just like a fun fact. Most 60% keyboards approximately take anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. Again, depending on the complexity of a case. Apparently this takes 6 hours to mill one top case. Pretty interesting. Pretty nutty if I do say myself. Some cheesy facts about the keyboard. And then the yellow version is the E-coated one, but they actually were like suggest like, oh, do you have like this keycap set? And they're like naming all these things that would go with the silver. I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, this needs to be Greg today. Not real, I mean the yellow. Oh, yeah, if it was real cheese. Wait, what was the color of the PCB? That's why I went to go check the notes. The actual color of the PCB will be yellow. That's just the color of the PCB. I know it's just a color, but like low key, dude, I'm still like big fan of just basic green. If you don't choose Gregory, I will do a keycap switch. Do I have a keycap switch on Redeem? Also, okay, a few things before we start the stream today. Thanks for guys, I want to wrap up a few things, right? It's nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I really do appreciate you guys being here. I truly appreciate the support you guys give the channel. I will continue trying to be the best person possible. Not only but sharing my opinions about keyboards, and I want people to realize these are my opinions and to take other people's opinions into consideration when making a purchasing decision, as well as taking into consideration your financial responsibilities of yourself. But just in general, like I want to continue trying to be a good person on stream for you guys, and someone you guys can hopefully maybe take some inspiration from when it comes to like advice, etc. Just like I take inspiration from you guys. Another thing I want to bring up too is we recently had someone, I know it's not a lot of money to some people, but this is $40 still can be a lot of money to a lot of people. Someone on our Discord, you guys can see it in our news section, but someone didn't ship something out basically to someone. If you guys, this is not just from my Discord, this is for every Discord server. If you guys are using PayPal to transact with people, you know, like if someone's selling something and they're trying to urge you and twist your arm into paying friends and family, even if you fucking, sorry my swearing, I'm trying not to swear that much anymore. Even if you know them, dude, don't use friends and family. Just invoice them. Take the $3 hit. Whatever. They can, maybe if you feel better too, ask them to charge you an extra $5 if you need to, so that covers the bill, so they're not whining and complaining about it. Just have them invoice you. it's not worth doing friends and family. Even if it's for a small amount of money or a large amount of money, not worth it, dude. So please continue to, if you guys do that, continue to just use invoicing. All right, what's that phobia people have about this stuff? Would this be considered the trypophobia or whatever it's called? Would people get trypophobia from this? You know, all things considered, this actually looks like pretty damn good quality circles as cheese. We're gonna take this apart here in a bit. By the way, the bottom of the keyboard also has a little mouse if you guys wanted to see. Pretty cool. Actually, honestly, cool project. Remember, guys, this is the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys, okay? I know a lot of people expect like super critical discussion about keyboards, all right? Plastic, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate that, man. Some people have this like, I guess, notion about having every keyboard critically discussed and every keyboard has to have like negatives and positives. And well, I agree that. I just want to kind of like restate what I do here on the channel. The point isn't really to give super critical, in-depth, mean discussions about things. We do, I mean, like, you guys see, I do have, like, negative thoughts about some keyboards where I'm just like, yo, I don't really like this. I wish they did this instead. I always try to overlap everything by saying my opinion, you know, yada, yada, yada. But I want to kind of talk about that a little bit, too, because I do feel that, like, if we sit here and be critical based off of my preferences, they're my preferences. There are some stuff that's objectively bad that can be fixed. But like, for example, I was kind of falling down, and you know, I think Biso stream kind of helped me notice this as well. There was one thing that I was actually like, no, this is objective. I just want to point out that not everything needs to be sit here and analyzed to the extent of, I think, what some people are expecting. I do think this is still a hobby, and I do think there are so many different things for so many people that it's almost impossible to really make sure everything's like objective. Because there are some things where I'm like, oh no, that makes sense, it's objective. But then someone will be like, well, actually I prefer it the other way. So I'm still gonna continue to like give my opinions based off of my experiences with keyboards. But I just kind of wanna like make a subtle nudge and subtle reminder that you're still allowed to be having fun with keyboards and look at it from a positive light. And there are some keyboards where it's like, hey, it's a simple keyboard. What am I supposed to, like, what are we really supposed to critically take away from this? So I want to just remind you guys, it's a fun hobby. You don't have to always spend, like, not every board that we review on stream or look at or build, no one's reaching into your pocket and going, well, hey, my money's gone, so let's rip this to shreds and criticize it. Remember, let's try to have fun. It's a hobby. You know, life's too short to be miserable about keyboards and stuff. And remember, it's a luxury product. Remember that, please and thank you. It's not something that we need to get upset about. Oh, I see where all the scuffs are on the keyboard. They're on the inside. Again, guys, this is a prototype that has been passed around quite a bit, so I am not surprised by this. Yeah, the way the light hits this is cool. I'd love to see this in yellow. Are you getting some melon milk switches? No, I haven't received those ones there. I still have to go through the strawberry ones, but the banana ones were just such a good choice for today. So I could not pass that up. Dude, I managed to get that so straight. Hot damn. It's supposed to be banana milk. Do you guys see a banana milk out of this? I kind of feel like they should have made, I guess it's supposed to be like bananas and milk. You know? It does kind of look like eggs though. It does a little bit, dude. Banana and milk should stay separate words. I mean, it's actually pretty good. Deviled egg. I want to try this particular flavor. I am a huge fan of anything banana flavored though, but strawberry is definitely like, I have a sweet spot for strawberry as well. Okay, I do wish the screws were magnetized though. Kind of annoying getting these things in. Banana Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park, dude. I have a soft spot for all the Jurassic Park movies. Now I get the cheese board. It's kind of cool though. Like it's low-key really fun. I've got to admit. Fried banana? A long time ago I've had fried. It's so good. I'm trying to think when's the last time I've ever had that. I feel like it's been a long time since I've had fried banana. Oh, I forgot to put the foam in it. We're gonna put that in like that. Maybe it's supposed to be a little over, but it's okay. It's actually kind of cool. It's kind of cool to look at. This would be so much better in yellow. So much better. But this is actually kind of fun to look at. All right, let's get the gray keycap set. There is one criticism I'm going to mention about the board. It doesn't seem to close 100% perfect. It seems like there is a bit of bowing that's happening in the center. So as a small note to keywork about that, when everything's in here and fully assembled, I don't know if you guys can see some of that bowing that's happening. It's very, very slight in the center there. So it's mounted on 4 corners over here, and then there's gaskets sitting along the bottom, so it doesn't feel like it's a hard bottom out. It actually still has a reasonable amount of bounce with the palm plate. But again, it's not something you'd probably notice on a daily using the keyboard. Lube it with butter. Dude, this actually doesn't sound too bad. You know what? This is actually kind of a neat keyboard. The recessed USB-C cable is kind of nice on this too. It would have been cool if I don't know how they would have done this actually because it's rounded. But if they made this part of like the cheese, that would have been really cool. Like a circle, like part of the cheese or whatever. That's maybe the only like visual criticism I have for this, but this is actually a neat little product. I don't mind this at all. This is kind of cool, dude. It doesn't sound too bad either. It's not super firm. It does have some softness to the typing feel as well. I think this is, yeah, I think Big hit the nail on the head with that. This is probably one of the only novel keyboards that we've received that actually sounds good and feels good. Which is kind of nice. I know Keywork has done a lot of stuff in the past too. Some stuff I've not liked from Keywork, but this is actually pretty cool. Got to admit. It does sound pretty good. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with the sound and feel. Like I said, it's not too firm. It's not too firm, but it's not too soft. It's kind of in the middle, leaning more towards the firm typing style here. Yeah, pretty nice. Cool idea that doesn't take themselves too seriously. Yeah, I like the fact that this is just not like a silly novel keyboard that has no intention of sounding and feeling good. So big ups to them for that too. Is this one available in Windows keyless? Let me find out. I think it's only HHKB. I think it's only HHKB style. It's only HHKB, which might be a little bit limiting to some people, but honestly, this HHKB layout's not that hard to get used to. It's interesting too. The palm plate's adding a little bit of deepness to it. I think I'm more surprised that this doesn't have a big weight inside of it, and I'm not hearing any sort of resonance. Cheese noise genuinely looks pretty f***ing cool. Look at that. It has some weight to it. It's not super heavy. I would say it's like, to be honest, I think this is the same weight as the Envoy. as well. I think this is, yeah, I think Big hit the nail on the head with that.